My preschool playground used to be my favorite place to run free until one day they pointed and laughed at me. They called me names that filled me with shame. Did they hate me? Every cell in my body wanted to scrub off this blanket of darkness and paint on a lighter hue with my Crayola watercolors. All the nerves in my hands wanted to pull out every tightly coiled strand of hair for its disobedience. I hate racism because, at 4 years old, I learned that I was bad. Because I was black.
When you look in the mirror and nobody tells you you're beautiful and you already think that I'm this or I'm that because society is saying I'm this and that, it's really hard to be successful and to be purposeful.
Imagine constantly being told that you're not quite good enough. Imagine constantly being told that you just need to catch up. Your achievement is just not on par with other students, right? Black and brown students hear this all the time. They hear it in the news media. They hear it in implicit messages we send to them when we as teachers are talking.
Positive racial identity means feeling good about yourself as a racial being, meaning if you're African American, feeling good about being African American and understanding that not only are you part of your immediate family that's African American, but you're part of a larger family of people of African descent and feeling good about that. Kids at around 3 years old are able to categorize people by race. And then kids who are 6 years old already are expressing prejudice around race. And so it does not make sense to wait until kids have attitudes about race that are solidified.
These things are happening for very young children. They are thinking about race, they're learning about race. If we avoid talking about it, it just means that we're missing an opportunity to be a part of the conversation with children, because whether we say anything or not, they are developing their own ideas.
Developing a positive and knowledgeable racial and cultural identity is one of the primary developmental goals for African American children in a racist society. They're in a society in which they're enveloped in negative messages, and so they definitely have to have that in order to survive and thrive in America.
It's very important that there's positive racial identity constantly reinforced, because there are a lot of things out there that are counter to that. And so it's important because it shapes sense of self. I know a lot of people talk about living in a colorblind society. I don't want my child to be colorblind. I want my child to appreciate his color and the background and the cultural differences that he'll encounter with other children. I don't want him to view other cultures and races as negative, but I want him to be conscious of that because I think there's beauty in that. I want him to come from a very strong foundation so that his racial heritage is something that he's always proud of, because it's going to shape the person he becomes.
What I hope comes from this scan is raising awareness in Pittsburgh about the importance of learning about and addressing and understanding race with young children, but also at a university level, doing more of the research and having opportunities to work with our pre-service teacher to make sure this moves to the top of our priority list of what we're teaching them.
To those of us who are conducting research, who care about ensuring that every child has an equitable opportunity for success, I hope it's a call to action for us to centralize issues of race, issues of racial identity development in the work that we do moving forward.
If we could sort of really focus and work on this in a positive way, the United States has the potential to become one of the first real racial and cultural democracies in the world. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be great for us to contribute to that?
I be that vanilla, almond, peach, mocha, Hershey's Kiss, midnight black. Happy to be nappy, corkscrew curls, hugging each other, lion locks, hair straighter than string type black. Walking tall, back straight, head held high. Because of pride, you told me all black is beautiful. And that means mine too.